Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway and the Wild West Racing League. Tonight we have 90 laps at Bristol. We're at week 6. Sponsors for tonight is TNR Designs. They'll take your die cast and they can make it custom, turn it into a custom build and paint. Contact TNR Designs. Also, for the entire month, we have the Stand for Wit Foundation. Stand for Wit Foundation is for domestic violence. There's over 10 million men and women who suffer from domestic violence annually. The Stand for Wit Foundation, along with others, use the foundation to help those in need to get them to be safe and give them the resources that are necessary to survive. A great foundation, the Stand for Wit Foundation. You might look them up also. So our cars are going around now and we are qualifying. Got a good field for today. Looks to be 15 cars that have showed up. James Napier on the 77 just ran his lap, and that was a 14:70. That's a fast lap. So this is a night race, and here at Bristol it holds just under 150,000 people. This is a great place to come watch racing. If you've never been here, these cars come around, or trucks come around the track every 15 seconds, and you can see them all the way around. It's an incredibly fast and amazing spectacle to be a part of. I'd encourage each and every one of you to make the trip to Bristol if you haven't yet, just to see it in real life. It's something to behold. It's the last great Coliseum, as they say, Bristol Motor Speedway. Now, tonight at Bristol, like I said, this is part of the Wild West Racing League, week 6 at Bristol Motor Speedway. And the temperature is 67 degrees tonight, so it's nice and cool with the 0 chance of precipitation. Partly cloudy skies and winds are only 2 miles an hour. This is a half-mile track, so it is quite fast. Tonight's racing will be brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens, bringing you the action live tonight. It looks like James Napier has the top spot. John Sauer in second. Ethan Farless third. Fourth, Keith Ayers. Fifth, Tanner Ensign. 6th is Will Moore, 7th is Logan Gill, 8th is Trey Smith, Justin Bell, 10th is Dustin Hardy. So, it looks like everybody that was going to qualify has qualified, and the field is set. A 14:70. That is fast. Anything sub 15 seconds is considered extremely fast here. You're watching the Wild West Racing League, sponsored by TNR Designs. TNR Designs can take your die cast and build a custom die cast and paint. Build and paint your custom die cast. That's TNR Designs. Look them up. Also, the Stand for Wit Foundation. Stand for Wit Foundation is a foundation that helps those who suffer from domestic violence, men and women. 10 million men and women. Cars beginning to grid up. Our first row is James Napier and John Sauer. Second row will be Ethan Farless and Keith Ayers. Third row is Tanner Ensign with Will Moore. Fourth will be Logan Gill and Trey Smith. Fifth row, Justin Bell and Dustin Hardy. Sixth row is Stephen Ayers and Dylan Smith. Seventh row is Jeffrey Herrick and Scott Rush. And in 15th place is James Jones. Got some sharp looking trucks here tonight and some fast ones. In practice, we had some very fast cars. It kind of shows in qualifying as well. Some of those same cars that were fast in practice are in the front tonight in qualifying or after qualifying. So this is the Bass Pro Shops night race, but it is brought to you by T&R Designs for your custom builds and paints of all your diecast needs. Wild West Racing. Get ready for the pace truck to begin the first lap. Pacing the trucks out. Here at Bristol Motor Speedway, as the night goes on, the track will become faster and looser. So it's going to be imperative for these drivers to, every time they come into the pits, is to stay and adjust their truck to keep up with the track as the track changes. It's going to be important that they make whatever changes they need to make to keep the car as neutral as possible, maybe a little bit loose, to help them get around the corners. The 77 of James Napier is going to bring them around for the start once we do come around. Right now we're following that pace truck. We have a big field of 15 cars tonight. Folks, who's got what it takes to bring it around to victory? We'll know in 90 laps. Don't know if any of you ever shop at Bass Pro Shops, but it's a great place to get all of your outdoor needs. I'm sure all the drivers here have been there. So we'll come around one more time. And then the pace truck will pull off and go down to pit road. Trucks will stay on the racing surface here. And we'll go racing. Here we go. 77 is going to lead them to the start. 77 and 22. 22 gets a big jump on the outside. John Sauer in the 22. James Napier. Now James Napier on the inside. James Napier, John Sauer, Keith Ayers is in third place. Fourth place is the 29, Will Moore. But we are in caution. Ethan Farless has crashed. Let's see what happened to Ethan. In the 28 machine. Looks like he got bumped right in the corner. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, that's no fun. Not at all. Let's see if we can pull Ethan down into the booth and talk to him for just a moment. Ethan Farless, Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me?
I sure do.
Well, I saw that you kind of got tapped on the rear end there going into the corner. What did you see and what did you feel from your end?
I was just trying to get in the rhythm. Definitely not used to being up front at the beginning of the race like that. So just trying to get up in the middle preferred lane, just get in my rhythm and Trey just wasn't expecting me to slow down so much. So, eh, it's all right. We'll work our way back through it. I was able to keep it out of the walls and out of any other cars. So,
Well, that's great. We look forward to seeing you do more in this race, and I'm going to let you get back down to your team now. But thanks for giving us that explanation.
I appreciate it.
You bet. That was Ethan Farless from Fearless Motorsports. So the 77 of James Napier is still in front, followed by John Sauer, Keith Ayers, Will Moore, and your 5th place car is Trey Smith. Dustin Hardy is in 6th, 7th is Tanner Ensign, followed by Dylan Smith. 9th is Justin Bell, 10th place car is Stephen Ayers Jr. 11th is Scott Rush, Jeffrey Eric, James Jones, Ethan Farless, and 14th and 15th is Logan Gill. The cars now begin to line up side by side, as our next time around should be our green flag go. Wild West Racing, ride fast, race free. Week 6 of the series. We're on lap 5 of lap 90 to be completed. Pace truck is off the racing service. We're getting ready to go racing, and there we go. The 77 of James Napier takes an early lead, followed by the 22, jumps in right behind him. And the 19 is on the bottom of Keith Ayers. That's your 1, 2, 3. 4th place is the 29 car. Will Moore moves to the outside. And into the center is Dustin Hardy in the 52 truck. James Napier still out front. And looks like yellow flag is out once again. Will Moore looks like he crashed. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Will Moore. Well, it looks like he just got loose there. Let's see if we can get some time to quickly pull him up here. Will Moore, Barry Stevens up in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, tell me what happened out there.
Just came off the corner and just the rear end snapped loose and just couldn't save it.
Well, there's still lots of racing to go here. Can you get your truck fixed? Is it in decent enough condition to get back in here and start racing?
Yeah, I'm going to get it fixed up and get back out.
Well, that's great. I'll let you back to your team down to, let's see, you're at Ayers Racing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move you back down, but it's great to talk to you. Thanks for the explanation. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So, James Napier is still your leader. John Sauer in 2nd. Keith Ayers is 3rd. Dustin Hardy 4th. And 5th is Tanner Ensign. Your 6th through 10th is Justin Bell, Trey Smith, Stephen Ayers Jr., Scott Rush, James Jones. 11th is Dylan Smith, followed by Jeffrey Herrick, Ethan Farless, Will Moore, and Logan Gill, who's showing that he is still in the pits. Now we're only on lap 10 of lap 90, and with these cautions, what we need to see is these drivers calm down a little bit. These tires have not even had a chance to warm up yet. And that may be one of the reasons why we're seeing these wrecks so early, these self-spins especially. You get a little bit greedy coming off of a corner thinking you can get the throttle, and you break that rear end loose and you just come right around and self-spin. Happens to the best of all drivers. It's very frustrating though. Now we lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to go racing, folks. Next time around, Pace truck should be pulling off of the racing surface. James Napier is going to lead him to the line. And to his outside will be John Sauer in that 22 machine. And here we go. Let's go racing, folks. 77 is off, followed by the 22 and then the 19. 52, Justin Hardy on the outside. Gets a very good run on the 19 and moves up into third place. Oh, and he bumps into the 22. 19 is on the inside, 52 on the outside. First place is still 77 of James Napier. And the 52 gets into the wall. As they come around, we look about halfway through the field here. We see there's still some great racing, and we see right there, oh no, but he did catch it. That was a very good catch. Wow, Justin Bell did great there. Oh no, that looks to be the 44. Yeah, Tanner Ensign. Let's see what happened to Tanner. Nobody around him. Just one, like I said, a self spin. That's what happens. You try to get into that throttle just a little bit too early. And when you do, you have issues like that. Let's see if we can find Tanner and bring him up into the booth. Tanner Ensign. Tanner Ensign, Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me.
I got a copy, buddy. What's up?
Hey, Tanner, why don't you tell me what happened out there? Looks like you got a little loose coming off the corner, maybe got into the throttle a little bit too soon.
I don't really know what happened. I ran it the same way that I did practice, and then every lap leading up to that, but yeah, it just kicked around. Caught me by surprise. Hopefully that doesn't hurt our chances here. Just trying to hold on to the fast repair as long as I possibly can. We'll work our way back up through the field.
Well, that's a great explanation. We're only on lap 16, so you do have plenty of time. You're down with team, what team are you on?
Ensign Motorsports there, bud.
Okay, there you are. I'm going to move you back down to your team so you can talk with them and strategize, but thanks for giving us that explanation.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Barry.
You bet. Have a great night.
You too, buddy.
So that was Tanner Ensign with an explanation. James Napier still leads the field. Keith Ayers is second. John Sauer in third, followed by Dustin Hardy, and fifth is Stephen Ayers Jr. Sixth is Trey Smith. Seventh is James Jones. Eighth is Jeffrey Herrick. Then Dylan Smith is ninth. Ethan Farless has moved up to 10th. Will Moore is in 11th. Scott Rush 12th. 13th is Tanner Ensign. 14th is Justin Bell. And your 15th car is Logan Gill. We see the one car there of Trey Smith. For breast cancer awareness. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, along with being Domestic Violence Month. So we've got some cars painted with some great schemes for tonight's race. So the cars are lined up side by side. We're getting ready to go racing. The 77 of James Napier is going to lead him. There he goes. Gets an excellent jump. The 19 on the outside holds for second for now, but the 22 on the bottom. 22 on the bottom stays into second place. The 19 on the outside has the momentum. It's trying to take it over. The 52 follows the 19 on the outside. 22 on the bottom still holds second place, but it's a tie coming down the stretch. 77 remains out front all by himself. The 19 takes the second position away on the outside. Keith Ayers now. And with the 22, John Sauer in third. The 52 of Dustin Hardy is looking to take away that position of third position of the 22. He comes to the outside. He's about halfway. Now he's got side by side. He gets loose trying to pass the 22 of John Sauer. The 52 of Dustin Hardy's working hard. Now he's loose again, and then he goes off the racing surface. Dustin Hardy has crashed, bringing out a caution. Let's see that again. Yeah, he just got loose all on his own. So that's Dustin Hardy. That was just really sad that happened. That's what happens. You just get a little bit greedy on that throttle, and it takes over. Your car's going to come around. There's nothing you can do. So while we're under caution, we're on lap 24 now of 90, coming around to pick up lap 25. And we're at James Napier. Continues to lead with Keith Ayers in second, John Sauer, Stephen Ayers Jr., Trey Smith are your top 5. Jeffrey Herrick, Dylan Smith, James Jones, Will Moore, and Ethan Farless will round out your top 10. 11th is Scott Rush, then Tanner Ensign, Justin Bell, Dustin Hardy, and Logan Gill round out your top 15. So we've got 25 laps in. Tires have worn in now. They're not new, and there's got some heat in them. Hopefully this restart, they haven't cooled down too much. So we see the 19 blinking of Keith Ayers. Hopefully that doesn't continue. That makes it difficult for the drivers around him. That 22 behind him of John Sauer does not want to see that Ford 19 blinking. Pace truck comes around, so next time around should be our green flag. As they light up side by side, we'll get ready to go racing. Lights are out on the truck. Should be pulling in this next time around. So here we are, going racing on lap 27. The 77 gets an early jump, but the 22 and the 19 are side by side once again. 22 gets an early jump on the inside, but the 19 has a momentum on the outside, and they stay side by side. 22 on the bottom, 19 on the top. Behind them is the 69 of Stephen Ayers, fighting with Jeffrey Herrick. '19 of Keith Ayers, John Sauer are fighting for that second position. That's Lau Lau and James Napier to move ahead just a little bit. Look back a little bit farther, we see Trey Smith in that one car. It's a sharp looking truck. He's working his way through traffic. He's one fast driver. If anybody can get up through this traffic, it'll be him. As he goes around the 76 of James Jones. Go back up towards the front, we see 22 of John Sauer. And then the front of James Napier, followed by the 19. James Napier has a half a second gap now over second place Keith Ayers, I'm sorry. So we can go a little bit farther back in the pack and look at Jeffrey Herrick. He just made a nice move. Then we see the 28 of Ethan Farless. As he moves up, he's up into 8th position now after his restart in 10th. Using that middle groove to his advantage. Jeffrey Herrick right in front of him. So let's see if we can't keep a look. Let's see what it looks like inside Ethan Farless's car. Drives it in deep. Using up them tires to get around that corner though. Not off throttle for very long. Definitely got some speed in that car. Using that top and middle lane. Bringing it through and around. Doing outstanding work there. We thank the film crew for bringing us these outstanding pictures as well. Up front is James Napier, but look, Keith Ayers now is running, and he is not that far behind. The gap is only 0.3 of a second now. Caution is out. Dustin Hardy. Looked like we had a little bit of net code there also. He did get loose, but there was net code. And then let's see what happened. Yeah, that was net code, folks. Complete net code. What happened to Justin Bell, though? Okay, he just sees the wreck, locks it up to go under, and just can't get all the way locked it up. Goes to the inside wall. So, up front is still James Napier, followed by Keith Ayers. It's interesting, we've got some takers down pit road, but our two leaders, James Napier and John Sowers, stay out. We're on lap 41. You'd think now would be a great time to come in for tires. They did not. We are almost halfway through this race, folks. Looking at James Napier, John Sauer, Keith Ayers in 3rd, Dylan Smith in 4th, and your 5th place car is Stephen Ayers Jr. So if you look up front at these cars, you're seeing the same cars that have been up front most of the night. James Napier, nobody's had anything for that 77 machine. Whatever adjustments he's making on any of these cautions, he's making the right ones. That truck has been fast all night long. That 22, John Sauer, has tried to stay with him and has done a great job. Trucks are now lining up side by side as we're going to get ready to go racing here on lap 44 of 90. Let's get ready to go racing. Bass Pro Shops, the Wild West Racing League, 90 laps here at Bristol, week 6. Pace truck is off. 77 gets an excellent jump again. 22, though, does well on the outside, drops down below on the inside. Now 22 is in 2nd, followed by the 48 of Dylan Smith. 69 of Stephen Ayers is 4th. 5th is Tanner Ensign. See that 44 of Tanner Ensign as he works his way up through the crowd. He's up now in the 5th position. He's got Stephen Ayers in front of him, and he wants that position back. You can see 28 of Ethan Farless just dragged the wall. And we are under caution. Looks like Trey Smith crashed. Let's see what happened there. Just got loose. Overcorrected a little bit up the wall and into the outside retaining fence. Then the 8 car. The 8 car got into him of Justin Bell. Let's see what happened to Jeffrey Herrick. He's loose, and then he gets bumped by the 19. That's all it took for him to go around. So tonight, let's not forget, folks, we're at the Wild West Racing League. We're at week 6 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Temperature outside is 67 degrees. There is absolutely no chance of precipitation tonight. Skies are partly cloudy. 2 miles an hour is the breeze. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We know you have choices of where to go to watch Sunday night racing. We thank you that you choose Wild West Racing League. We thank you that you choose Fearless Broadcasting Network. We work together as a great team. Wild West Racing League is a great place to be. It's a fun group of guys to watch racing. If you want to get into racing, you might want to contact them and see what you need to do to get out on the track and race with them. If you enjoy just watching them, this is a great group to watch. So we're almost to lap, well, this time around we'll be on lap 50, which will leave us just 40 to go. We should take the green flag now at lap 51, leaving 39 to go. It's been an exciting night, even with all the cautions. The racing's been close. It's been some tight racing in some certain spots. 19 again is starting to blink Keith Ayers. Hopefully he's got that under control. There's the 77, takes off again, gets a great jump. The 22 comes in right behind him of John Sauer. Third place is the 48 machine of Dylan Smith, followed by the 69 machine of Stephen Ayers Jr. Behind them for 5th, they're fighting it out, the battle for 44. Tanner Ensign will take the position of 5th place. Tanner Ensign has slowly been moving up this entire night. We're under caution once again as Jeffrey Herrick has crashed. Let's see if we can see what happened to Jeffrey. Just had a little bit too much gas coming into that corner. Jeffrey Herrick. Well, that is not what anybody wanted to see. Said it all night long. You cannot get greedy on the throttle coming out of the corner. Just can't do it. Bristol does not allow you to decide when you're coming on throttle. If you come on too early, you're going to spin. The rear end will break loose, and there's nothing you can do once that rear end breaks loose. You're headed for that outside retaining wall. These guys put in all this practice all week long, and then practice before the race tonight. and all the way into qualifying. They want to come out on top. They want to show that the practice they put in during the week meant something. These wrecks just frustrate the drivers to no end. Even if you're not involved in the wreck, it takes away your rhythm, because Bristol is a rhythm racetrack. You come on the throttle, off the throttle, on the throttle, off the throttle, but it's all amount of timing. Timing is what gets you there. So as we get ready to line up again to go green, we've got James Napier at front, John Sauer, Dylan Smith, Stephen Ayers Jr., and rounding out your top 5 is Tanner Ensign. 6th through 10th is Will Moore, Keith Ayers, Ethan Farless. In 8th, James Jones. In 9th and 10th is Dustin Hardy. 11th is Scott Rush. 12th is Jeffrey Herrick, Logan Gill, Trey Smith. 15th is Justin Bell. You're watching the Wild West Racing League. Week 6 at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've got the pace truck off. We're getting ready to go racing again, folks. 77 once again, in a most familiar way, will lead them to the line and take the lead. 22 drops in right behind John Sauer with the 48 machine of Dylan Smith in 3rd position. 4th place is Stephen Ayers Jr. 5th is Tanner Ensign. Everybody's in line now. We see all these cars come around the line. There's the 29 of Will Moore. Let's look at the 28 of Ethan Farless. That's a sharp-looking machine there. He's racing for Fearless Motorsports. Driver, owner, operator. Fearless Motorsports in the 28 machine. Oh, and we have a wreck. Will that bring out the caution? 28 was involved, but he did not start it. Did not bring out the caution. So James Napier now still in the lead, followed by John Sauer, who is almost 7/10 of a second behind. That 77 has been putting on a show all night long. Nobody's had anything for him. John Sauer in that 22 Chevy has tried all night to get up there with little to no success. Just does not seem to have what the 77 has. There's been times when he's closed the gap, but he's not been able to get past James Napier. Look a little bit farther back where we see Keith Ayers, and in front of him we see Tanner Ensign, who has now moved up to 4th position. And he's eyeing the 3rd position of Dylan Smith in that 48 truck. Tanner Ensign is fast, always has been. He's someone you want to watch out for here tonight. We look at the front, though, we see James Napier, and now John Sauer's got a little bit less of a gap. 4/10 of a second now, 3/10 of a second. As they're having to go through traffic. The 69 gets on the wall and slides around. That's the 69 of Stephen Ayers Jr. will bring out the caution. So let's look at the spin by Stephen Ayres as he tries to get out of the way of the front runners. Just comes up, hits that wall, and loses it. Does not come onto the brakes like he should. That's 69. That was Stephen Ayres Jr. Let's see what happened to Dylan Smith. You see the one that he hit? Yeah. Yeah. So that was Dylan Smith there. Let's see if we can get Dylan Smith back up into the booth. Ask him what he saw. Hey, Dylan Smith, Barry Stevens up in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Barry.
Hey, tell me about that. What happened out there?
I was just running, man, and I don't know what happened, man. He just caught me. I guess he was spinning out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Are you? Is your engine done?
Yeah, I'm under tow right now, so I'm going to be probably 3 or 4 or 5 laps down by the time I have a fast repair so I can get back out there, but just, yeah, pretty much ruined for the night. Not going to be able to get back up in the top 3, that's for sure.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know you had a great race going. You were fast tonight. We'll look forward to seeing how you can do the rest of these last less than 20 laps to go. But if not, there's next week, and we look forward to seeing you there for sure. I'm going to let you get back down to Fearless, where you came from, and talk to your boys there, and maybe you guys can strategize.
All right, thank you, man. Have a
Yes.
good night, Barry.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time. So that was Dylan Smith in the 48 car. Now, after pitting, we're showing John Sauer in the lead, Tanner Ensign in second, Keith Ayres third, Ethan Farless fourth, Dustin Hardy fifth, Jeffrey Herrick sixth, seventh is Scott Rush. James Napier now showing eighth position. So our leader now finds himself back in some traffic. What is he going to be able to do? From there, we talked about Tanner Ensign being fast, and look where he's at. He's on the outside row, starting second. The 22 of John Sauer gets an early jump. The 44 comes in right behind, and he will get down into the middle lane. The 19 car of Keith Ayres remains third, and as he rounds the bottom of the track. 22's in the middle. The 44 takes the high lane. 19 along the bottom. Following fourth is the 52 of Dustin Hardy. So we see John Sauer now. Tanner Ensign really fighting hard to get into that position. He's worked hard this whole night to get himself up there. We're under caution though, as it looks like Logan Gill crashed. Let's see what happened here. The 69 got loose, and then the 12. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. The 12 just had to get out of the way. Well, tonight's race, folks, is the Wild West Racing League. We're at week 6 at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's a half-mile track. Temperature is nice and cool at 67 degrees with no chance of rain. Partly cloudy and 2 miles an hour. You're listening to or watching the Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We know you have a choice of where to watch and who to watch. We thank you for watching Wild West Racing League and Fearless Broadcasting Network.